Everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Thursday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go across to our friends over in South Australia. It is awesome to have this team back on the show again. Of course, last time we had this team on the show, we were actually over in Adelaide. We actually interrupted their presentation night, I think, when we were over there. And of course, we got 4 very special guests joining us right now to tell us a bit about how the pre-season's going in their total defence. Thanks all for you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for having us.
No worries. Well, I'll get each you to introduce yourselves and tell us how's the pre-season been like.
I'm Christina, but actually I'm known as Chef. And I was co-captain last year with Nikki here for the reserve side. Pre-season for myself personally has been off to a steady start. I've actually been mixing it up, playing some indoor footy here at AFL Max, so getting some different skill sets under my belt, and it's been a nice challenge to change it up with that. So going well.
I'm Danny, or Higgsy, and I was the vice captain of the Div 1 side last year. And yeah, I came back to pre-season tonight after a Christmas break, and it's good to see everyone and get amongst it again. Yeah, can't wait to see what we can do this season.
Hi, I'm Nikki, Mama. Everyone calls me Mama because I'm really young. I'm co-captain with Shep for the Div 1 reserves team and secretary for the club as well. Pre-season for me has included a bit more treadmill running and indoor bike riding as well, just to get a little bit of extra fitness up, and probably a little bit more focus on my diet as well. a lot of holiday keeper belly milks of one a day was probably a bit too much.
And I'm Chelsea. I'm boring. I actually don't really have a nickname, but
I need one.
Yeah, I need one. I play in the Div 1 side. In summer, I play cricket as well as doing pre-season. So at the moment, I'm only doing 1 night a week. But yeah, it's been good to get back out on the track and get some Ks under my belt, because yeah, the wrong kgs have been under there right now. But yeah, super keen to get right back into it. Yeah, keen for 2023.
Before we talk a bit about this upcoming season, which I think starts in about April, May, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Going back to last year, you clean swept the whole competition by winning both. Tell us a bit about the amazing 2022 season, and when did you think the premiership sunk in?
Well, as well as both our women's sides, our 17.5 girls team had also won the premiership a few weeks after us. So going in with 3 premierships, I think that really sunk into the club. Like, we're a good women's side. It's a good culture.
Great youth coming up that, we've got a good foundation of players coming through that it's going to keep hopefully adding to our success.
Yeah, we were lucky enough, obviously after grand final, we had our celebrations, to put it nicely. And I think it definitely didn't sink in that weekend. That was just like, we've won something awesome.
Got a few tattoos along the way.
And it definitely took a few weeks, I think, when you're reflecting. I think when the season ends as well, and you don't have it in your life, and you're kind of reflecting on, okay, well, what's missing? What do I do with all this free time all of a sudden? Why is my fitness suffering? But that's when it really sinks in, like this whole year. Like, we start pre-season November basically of the year before. So we've led up over 6 months more, 8, 9, 10 months of work just for it to go so well on that one day. And that took quite a few weeks after the fact to actually sink in, like, wow, that was all worth it. And then now we start again, and it's nice to have another 8 months to look forward to, going, we could actually do it again. It's awesome.
I feel like, for me, I feel like it's still a bit of a dream come true. Winning a Div 1 premiership. I never thought I'd play footy because I'm a bit of a junior mama in a way. I'm a sidekick. So yeah, I think down the track in 10, 20 years time, when I look back on when I'm not playing sport anymore, I think it's going to, hold a special place in my heart and something I'm always going to be grateful for being able to achieve. And we've got this lamp at home in the kitchen sort of family area, and I've got the Div 1, the medal, the premiership medal still hanging on this lamp. It's just random, like it's just there. I see it every day, and just it is nice to be reminded of it. And then just stuff like trophies and things on the shelf, you're like, oh yeah, I remember that. Like it's I do think about it a fair bit. Yeah.
And I think it was 4 times lucky for the Div 1 reserves. It was our 4th grand final and our first in a row and our first win. So it was really good. It was really good. Yeah,
Fantastic.
I proudly still show off my medal as well. I'm pretty pumped that someone of my age can still be playing Div 1 footy, and the girls get around me and make me feel, pretty young. Pretty young. But we have loads of fun. Yeah, they get me on all the apps and they comment on my dancing skills and training, Yeah, but we have loads of fun.
How long did you wear your premiership medals for last year? And did you wear it to bed?
Yes.
Yeah. Wore it to work. I'm a school teacher, so like I had the Mad Monday hat off, but obviously the kids didn't know why. But then I came back to work the Tuesday with the medal, and I think they probably put a few puzzle pieces together. But I wore it a lot. Yeah, and we also shirts and things. And
we also had premiership t-shirts made up as well. But in terms of the medal, I sort of have my own business, and I got all my clients to have a turn of holding the medal and having a good look at it, and I talked to them because they knew I'd lost the seasons beforehand, so to have it in their face, they got to touch it and feel it and put it on and whatever.
So did any of you get a chance to kiss the premiership cup? Even though I'm pretty sure when I went to your presentation night last year, I think it was actually, it wasn't even that big, was it?
Premiership cup.
People were drinking a lot of different beverages out of it. Probably kissing it at the same time, I'd say.
It's not around. Is it at the top?
No.
It was too.
Yeah, we're good. We don't even know
We
where they are.
don't know where they are.
No, the lid couldn't come off.
Oh, that's right.
Point is, premiership trophy has had a great preseason as well. We're having a wonderful
It's still partying.
Someone's looking after it, I'm sure.
So,
Could still be on riding the bull at the
talk about this upcoming year. I guess, is it a very similar side to last year that's come back?
Early days still, because like people come back in dribs and drabs, and then like as the season draws closer, I think we get a better idea of who we've actually got. So it's been like that pretty much.
Yeah, we have a lot of girls that train with their sample W clubs as well, so they can't really come do pre-season with us because they're not overloaded with that. But so we've had good turnout still. We get probably 30 to 40 each session, so all new faces and all old people too. So it's a good bunch at the moment. So it'll only get better from here.
We've got the 17s training with the senior sides as well, so it's really like a really good, and under 15s as well. So it's a really good unified sort of group that trying to build those connections between all the age levels, so that when players come up to play in the higher senior groups, they feel comfortable when they already know everyone. And and so drills look the same across the
across all the
grades. That's the word. So that's been nice this year.
Is the aim, I'm assuming, to go back to back in all three, including the youth girls?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not going to stop at one.
No.
Imagine 2 medals.
I'll have to keep training just to keep my head up. Then we might be able to take better care of the trophy.
Yeah. We need to look after the next one a bit better. We've got some practice now. We know what to do next time.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about your coaches.
We've recruited two new coaches.
Yeah, we've got all new coaches on board
Yeah.
this year. So we've got Barry Murphy, who was also, he was a 17 and a half coach last year, but he was also
Premiership winning coach.
premiership coach. He was also our runner last year in the Div 1 reserves and the Div 1 team. So he's always been amongst us all. So yeah, it's good to have him on board and have more of his input. And then we've got
Paul Cutler for our Div 1 reserves team. He's been around the SMOSH Football Club for many years as a player himself, as a parent, coaching his sons, and now the best moment in his life is about to come when he coaches us.
And then, yeah, we've also got Naomi Sullivan, who's our assistant coach for the Div 1 side. She's got a lot of experience in women's footy. So, yeah, I think her input's going to be really beneficial towards our season as well.
Yep, and we've got Matt Noble helping out between both teams in our training areas. And we're still to appoint an assistant coach for Div 1 reserves.
But it'll be good to see where we can take the team with fresh leadership. I think everyone's excited to sort of go into the year on a high, coming off, you know, essentially what we see as a triple premiership with the under 17.5s as well, to keep that momentum in the players. And a lot of that coaching group has had involvement with the women's sides in the last few years, and so for them to have a chance to step up and have their turn at leading us hopefully into a back-to-back is really exciting. And you feel that energy at training with the drills, with how they're interacting and then leading us. You know, it's refreshing to have
Different sets of eyes.
they're picking up new different skills, new drills, focusing on a few different things, you know, fitness, different skills, challenging us in different ways, which is all you can ask for. Like, that's how you better your game, is to always be challenged. So it's feeling really good.
Now, Div 1 coach Barry is an assistant at North Adelaide Footy Club in the Sample W, so to have him having that connection with the, you know,
they won the premiership last year too.
So to have him bring that sort of those drills and things to our club is such a benefit to us. Yeah, because he's showing us the way and the pathway of what it takes to, you know, make it at the next level and make us as elite as possible, I guess. That's the word.
How did all four of you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
I've been around football all my life as a young kid. My dad coached football for many years. My brother played. I work in football. I've just been in all different, I've been on lots of committees. I've just never been a player. So when the opportunity came up in our inaugural year 4 years ago, I was, very eager. Probably had my name on the list first. Just loved it straight away. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think I do better than what I actually anticipated I was going to do to start with. But that's just a lot of training and a bit of dedication and bonding with your teammates. Yeah, I just love it. I can't give it up. I can't give it up.
Don't do it.
You're not going anywhere.
I worked down the road from SMOSH, which is our club. So that was really just, this looks pretty cool. A few people I know, one of my friends from school, has been playing footy forever, and she was always like, "You'd be so good at it, you should play." And I was like, "Yeah, it's just not quite for me." And then I went out, I think this is my 4th season. And yeah, the first season I went out and I was like, "Oh, I'll just give it a go. I don't know anyone, don't know anything." And it was like, I was hooked straight away. First training I was in. And yeah, the rest is history, but it's all of it. It's not just about the sport and the fitness and, you know, that side of it. It's the camaraderie, it's the friendships, it's the one place where you can be yourself, and that's what's celebrated, that's what's encouraged, that's what's asked of you, is just to be your authentic self. And like, I just don't get that anywhere else in my life. And so to have that safe space to be that person is just, yeah, it's unbeatable. Yeah, so
Acceptance.
good. Yeah. That's what keeps me here.
Yeah. I've been a dancer for my whole life, and played things like girls footy in high school in year 11 and 12, and then had a school teacher team playing AFL 9s for a couple of years, and we did pretty well in that. And I was a bit of a goal kicker then. The girls got 9 points when they kicked a goal in AFL 9s, so that was pretty, I don't know, pretty cool. Yeah, then a friend of mine that I danced with, she was playing footy and said that SMOSH had a women's team that was starting up, and Greg Phillips is going to be the coach, and she's like, "You should come out and try," because her and I used to kick in the park together a lot. Every picnic we went on as a family, I'd always be kicking the footy with my brothers, and love the Crows women, watched them play for the first time in 2017, and saw Erin Phillips run out there and just cried, and I just felt like, wow, they're the luckiest people on earth, being able to go out there and actually play footy. And it's just been something I've always wanted to do, but I've never had the chance. So I took a leap of faith and went out and didn't know anyone apart from Kiana, and she wasn't even out there that first training. And yeah, just didn't know half what I was doing. Half the drills I had no idea. It was just not my background at all, but apart from being able to kick the ball. So it was a massive learning curve, such a mental challenge to, yeah, just fail at stuff and then just get better and just keep putting yourself out there, and yeah, to just have another crack. And just everyone around made me so supportive and never made you feel like an idiot. Yeah, it's just so friendly and welcoming. So it's always been like that, and everyone's just grown together, and yeah, it's just such a place where I can come and escape the stresses of my work and things like that. And I'm a mum, and it's just a great outlet, and where you can be yourself and have heaps of fun and have a laugh. And yeah, this is my 5th season, and just loving every minute, and just so glad that I've got to do it, and that SMOSH exists, and these great players are around me. So that's it.
Yeah, well, I started playing when I was very young. I was probably about 6 years old when I started playing with the boys. Yeah, I played a few seasons, but when I was younger, I used to get bullied a lot because it wasn't normal for girls to play footy. So, like, it really turned me off the game for a few years because I was like, had it all in my head. Then when the girls footy started up, like, my dad really convinced me back into footy, and then yeah, I started playing again when I was about 14, and then yeah, I've just played ever since, and just always loved it. And yeah, just going off what Shep says, like, just no matter what I'm going through with my life, I always find that footy is just such a relief. Like, always takes any stresses off your shoulder. Like, even when I don't want to train, like, I still come out, and by the end of training, I never say like, "Oh, I wish I didn't train." Like, it's always like, I'm glad I pushed myself, because yeah, it's just such an escape.
What does the sport of footy mean to all of you, and especially, you know, playing for your amazing club?
A lot.
It's
just gratitude, like, just
it's an honour to get the chance to play. And I think that hit home when I was watching the I think it was on Disney Plus, the AFLW TV series that they made
Oh, yes.
of the season last year. And a few of the girls there were talking about what an honour it is to play now, to be that role model for the young girls that want to play footy in the future, kind of echoing what we've all said about we didn't get that when we were younger. We didn't have an AFLW competition to watch as a 5-year-old to be like, well, that's what I want to be when I'm older, because it was just a non-option. So being that person now for other people is, I think that's what means the most to me at footy, you know, aside from all the personal benefits, seeing the under 15s and a lot of those girls that have now had the chance to play for a few years, you know, in school, the little kids all doing Oz Kick, and there's quite a few girls out there who go to the AFLW games, and there's girls, you know, like just loving it. I mean, I'm a Port supporter, so having the Port have the AFLW side this year, like, I was like a little kid, I was fangirling, all the 5-year-olds on the barrier, and I was like, get out of the way, like, I want to high five. I want a photo, not you. And I'm getting a selfie. You're like, do you even know her name? I was like, I got a photo with MBO Day, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited.
It's like your new wallpaper.
Yeah, literally. Because like we never really had that, I never had that chance as a kid to have that idol for footy that I can relate to and look up to. So to have a chance, obviously it's not on an AFL level, but even at an amateur level, to have that chance to be that role model, to have the younger girls at the club be like, well, one day I'm going to be seniors like them. Like that's just,
I just think
that's
that's
really
good,
cool.
because even like thinking of all our AFLW players now, like they wouldn't be in the position that our young girls get to have now. Like they never had someone to look up to and to be the role model. So I think like it's like such an honour to actually be that role model. And
and he'd see me like dance concerts and stuff like that. So he saw me as a dancer, but then I have my daughter and she was born, and then I came out to footy 3 months after she was born. And she's only ever seen me as a footy player, so she's never seen the dance side of it. So for her, like, she's into dancing and music and movement, but she also can kick a footy, and she's just turned 4. And for her, she's got that option, like you said, like she could play footy, and she tells me that she's going to, but she's also going to dance as well. So she can actually choose that right from a young age, which is so amazing.
What position do you all play on the field? And if you had a dream position, we'd love to convince your coaches to put you this year, whether that be honest.
I play bench. Water runner.
So I started off out in the ruck, but last season I played centre half forward, and I really like actually centre half forward. But if I had a dream position, I actually think it'd be that. So I'm pretty happy because I like being involved in the game. I don't really want to be stuck in either of the 50s just chilling. But the glory of having a shot at goal is also
But then you still
exciting.
get to be a part of the game.
Yeah, sort of running around back and forth. So that's definitely my favourite position to date, and hopefully I get to keep that position.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a ruck. Not tall enough for that. I am a winger, and I've only really played the wing, so I'm a bit of a one-trick pony. I don't know. But yeah, I like running. That's probably one of my strengths. But yeah, I think Baz wants to put me in the defence this year, but I'm like, I'm never seeing myself as a defender. I'd rather attack the ball and go after it and not worry about what my opponent's doing. I don't want to think about my player. I just want to go get the ball, and I think that's what I do better. And then they can chase me and try and get it off me. That's kind of my vision.
Because you run away from them.
Yeah, sometimes. But yeah, so I don't know. Forward lines, but yeah, somewhere I can run is my favourite spot.
First couple of seasons I played on the wing.
With the
wingers. And then I went into half forward, which I really enjoy that position. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, half forward. I probably lost a bit of steam. I couldn't keep up that wing position. But I do love playing on the wing.
but I like kicking a goal too, so that's all right.
I usually play midfield, but I think I've just come to the realisation I'm just not quite fit enough for midfield. No, just because our girls are developing so much, like the game's progressing so much quicker. So yeah, I do like the midfield because I like being involved, but I do like centre half forward as well because
Don't take my spot.
I don't mind defence, but yeah, I like dictating the play. I don't like having to defend it. So yeah.
So we're all centre half forward.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind a crack. If it's not coming down our end though, it's going to be a bit cold. In the winter. I'll be doing like laps at the court.
No, you're at the mid. Danny, what are you doing? You're putting full forward. I'm cold.
Sprint back.
So what would be your advice to people out there that should get involved in footy, and whereabouts are you training at the moment?
Well, two birds, one stone. We are currently training Monday nights and Thursday nights at
Hawkesbury is on Thursdays, then Nave Reserve on Monday. So yeah, we're split across two ovals just because at SMOSH they actually have a baseball club in the summertime, so we have to train elsewhere while that season's on.
So one Hawkesbury's across the road from the club, and it's at Semaphore Park or West Lake Shore, and then the Naser Reserve is at Semaphore
It's in
Park.
not Atherton.
Not that far away.
Efferton, that's the one.
Yeah.
And
And that's in footy oval when it's got the goal post, so we can do more goal kicking stuff. when we're down there.
And then baseball will finish up in April, and then we'll get access to the ground then.
Our Facebook, SMOSH Facebook and Instagram has got all the addresses and details
and stuff
of when that is. And I mean, my advice is just give it a go. It's whatever apprehensions you may have, it's all worth it just to get out there. Because you come out to one training and you might there's no obligation like, okay, you're out, you're in the team.
There's always a chance for everyone.
All skill levels.
Everyone's welcome.
And everyone's got something to bring to the table. So you might think, oh, I'm not very good at catching, or I'm not a good runner. It doesn't matter because everyone's got a strength that is needed on the team. So there's been girls in the past that have come out, oh my God, I suck at running. And like she was our best defender because her voice was piercing and she would stick to her player. She would not let go of her player.
Oh, Demi.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, wait, who are we talking about?
So that was initially she thought it'd be a hindrance, like, oh, I'm not really a good runner, and then the debut felt when she wasn't there because she was such a presence in the back line. So you've got a strength. It doesn't matter if you think you're not cut out for footy, you probably are because you've got something to bring to the table. So just give it a go. You've literally got nothing to lose.
Yeah. And don't let age define you. If you are of mature age and you want to play football and you think you can, give it a go. Don't let society say you can't because you're old, because you can. So please do it. Please do it. You'll love it.
Yeah. I believe someone went over to Melbourne during your presentation night and as part of the AFL Grand Final. Am I correct on that one?
Someone right in the Zoom meeting.
Yes, correct.
Tell us a bit about that experience.
That was really good. So I'm an AFL umpires trainer. I've worked in this role for, I think, 6 years. I'm not 100% sure. The head of AFL House rang me on the morning of Mad Monday when we had already had some big sessions prior to that, so I thought I might have been in trouble. But I wasn't. He asked if I was available to actually work the AFL Grand Final, so I was rapt about that. So they flew me over and I got to work it, and I got to meet Robbie Williams. Got to speak with Robbie for about, I don't know, 10 minutes or something in his pink suit. Yeah. That was really good.
You got a photo?
Maybe there's a photo.
Oh!
But the whole vibe, working with the umpires in such a huge environment. It was just, the role itself it's what I do all the time, but just having that opportunity to work at a grand final, the atmosphere was sensational. The crowd, walking in the middle of the MCG was just mind-blowing. I didn't know where to look. It was just things going on everywhere. It was just sensational. I was very lucky, very privileged. And I'm very grateful.
Deserved, Mama.
Very grateful.
Awesome. Who's the comedian, the best singer, and the best dancer on the team?
Comedian. Who's the comedian? No one's funny. I'm kidding.
It's pretty shared. I think
Everyone's
got
got
their bit.
something happens and then like everyone just joins in and then it's just
Yeah.
so there's no real comedian. Probably Faye. No, she's pretty funny. Yeah, but she's dumb funny. Like,
there's just a couple of good personalities. Yeah, good personalities where I don't think anyone tries to be a comedian, but they just exist, and you're like, that is hilarious.
Everyone has their time to shine.
Yeah, because you see the best and the worst of everyone. So someone's had, an absolutely chaotic day, and their brain isn't working.
Demi's pretty bloody funny.
oh yeah,
she's hilarious.
Oh yeah,
Demi's funny.
Her personality is just
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
the
miss
dancer.
her.
Who dances?
Who's always on the D floor?
Mama.
Yeah, I'm always on the dance floor.
Always on the dance.
I dance at training. I dance on the dance floor. I'm dancing all the time.
Dancing through life.
Dancing through life. Yeah.
Singer. The
I'm
best
too shy to
singer.
dance in front of anyone now. I wouldn't bust out any moves
I
anymore.
think the best singer is always definitely Pixie, because
Are you sure?
wherever there is an opportunity for her to get on the mic and belt out a tune, she will take it. Now, whether
The SMOSH hits.
maybe best singer is the wrong term, most confident
She
singer.
likes to sing.
Yeah, the one who likes to sing.
Yeah.
Who else
But-
joined in with her though?
No, I don't know. No, I mean I always get forced to sing, but I don't really sing.
I'm not a good singer.
Oh, because we at Mad Monday we ended up at the karaoke bar.
No.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. But
I mean, you don't have to look far. When we sing our team song after a win, it's pretty tone deaf. Like, sorry to everyone else in the team.
I'm like the opposition, they've just lost, but then they have to listen to us as well. Like that was just like really
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We have our like songs, our popular like songs and playlists that we all bust out,
Yeah.
Like
Chicken
chicken
fried.
fried,
Chicken fried.
a bit of Tay, like Taylor Swift's old
Wagon
bangers.
wheel.
You'll know
You
what
will.
You would, yeah. We Are the Champions was like going
that went
and the Lion King song.
Yeah, the Lion King thing.
Yeah,
She
like
loves
it.
She loves playing. When that hits,
It's like, let's go, girl.
everyone's
Everyone's on the dance floor.
what's going on?
We could almost sing that now.
Yeah. Ultimate pump up. It's probably a bit different to the blokes. The blokes have their pump up music and it's like real heavy, and then you literally just need
Yeah,
let's
kind of
go
girly
girls to drop, and
songs.
we're like we're on.
We're on. Go time.
Yeah.
Then everyone dances then and sings.
Yeah.
Obviously, you mentioned before that obviously you went to the grand final and obviously went to the MCG and all that. Did you got a little bit jealous that you weren't back in Adelaide with your teammates at presentation night?
Yep, for sure.
She was actually debating like whether to go or not.
Why did things happen on the same day?
They should work
Yeah.
around like mama's schedule. They should have asked you first.
Yeah, exactly that. They should have moved the grand final dates. I had a presentation to attend.
But hang on, But wasn't presentation up the night before the grand final?
Yeah,
She had to wine and dine that night. Whatever the crown.
yeah.
They could have changed that.
Two pose.
You don't have to go to that bit, Mama. Come on.
I don't know. Well, that's the way they organise
she's
my
getting
flights
paid
and
to do
everything.
it, I
You
guess.
know.
It's a
Oh.
Yeah.
It was harsh though.
Oh, so harsh.
Now,
I didn't wear my medal on the ground or anything. I could have showed my medal off.
You would have went to like Buddy Franklin, like,
Oh,
guess what?
yeah.
I got like this.
Yeah.
I should have done that. Yeah. Yeah, that's horrible.
At least one footy team and an umpires trainer got a grand final. That's hard.
I hope they don't listen. Oh my god. They're gonna hate us. Should have showed Robbie.
Oh dear.
and I guess it's going to the other three because I was at your presentation night. Were you surprised that I turned up to your presentation night?
I didn't know you were coming, so
I got there very late. I actually think I missed you.
yeah.
I'm late to everything. So
Fashionably late.
yeah.
I was stunned because I walked in the door and I was like, hey, do you want to come do an interview? And I was like, sure. It was great, but it was
Very
last
unexpected.
the last thing I expected to do that night. I was like, I just wanted to get a drink, but
Very thirsty.
and no, it was great surprise opportunity to share about our club and our season and our premiership. So
Well, you're all frocked up.
yeah, literally. At least we look nice doing it, and hopefully,
Looking better than now.
hopefully you come this year, but it won't be a surprise this time because I'll be.
I'll make sure I stay there longer than I did when I was over there last year.
Yeah, you got to stay up to at least like 10:30. That's when the party starts.
That's when you really want an interview.
Yeah, that's when you want to yeah, what you will.
Oh.
Hopefully you can drink out of a premiership cup too.
Yeah.
If we find it.
All right, I'll make sure I'll stay there longer than I did last time, and I'll make sure you know, I was tempted to come back, by the way, but
And you need to make sure you're there.
Yeah.
Can someone tell IFL?
When they're scheduling meetings, just to
Yeah.
account for SMOSH presence.
Yeah, look, it's this day, but to be confirmed because he might have a presentation that night.
And we all might be there, so we can't just wait.
More important things, exactly.
all four of you, thank you so much for giving us your time after training to join us. Best of luck. I'll be hopefully coming over to Adelaide again sometime this year, and hopefully another premiership's coming your way to
Yeah.
make it.
Thanks so much, Lou.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Up and down.
Thanks,
No worries. And of course, if you want to get down there to be part of the most amazing club over there in Adelaide, we'll put all the details up on how you can get involved in the sport. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the 10th year celebration.